Hello there, my very good friends, and a warm welcome and good afternoon to you all. On this video, WWE are interested in signing a major international wrestling star.
A new AEW signing confirmed, Stardom links denied.
A released WWE star is back in the US.
And AEW books another sponsored match. No, you weren't.
Remember Leatherface?
Please no.
Oh,
I've had a stillborn.
And I am a bit confused.
And this is the after news.
Joshi news this afternoon,
Ooh.
which is pretty cool to talk about. But yeah, there's been a bunch of like signing stories that I wanted to kind of compile into one fun video for you guys. So here we are. Let's begin this one by talking about Julia. Right? WWE want her. Of course they do. She's brilliant.
Understandable, yeah.
PW Insider's Mike Johnson broke this yesterday, reporting that Julia, who's 29, she's in Stardom, she's great, she's awesome, she's the New Japan Strong Women's Champion. WWE are interested in bringing her in, and according to Johnson, or one of his sources, it has gotten to the extent that she's actually expected at the Performance Center later this month. Now, this has been somewhat countered by Big Dirty Dave of the Wrestling Observer, Dave Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer. He's reported that Julia is contracted to Bushiroad, which, by the way, is the parent company of New Japan and Stardom. She's contracted there until March. And her schedule's really busy until January. As far as like attending the PC goes, Meltzer is of the belief that it's unlikely that Bushiroad would allow that.
Yeah.
Which is fair. Like if you were like, hey, can I have one of your wrestlers for a tryout and then I'll sign? I'd be like, no, wait until March, you goobers.
Yeah.
So who knows? We'll see what comes of that. Conflicting information, obviously. But Julia is the New Japan Strong Women's Champion. She defeated Willow Nightingale.
Of course.
For that belt. Of course, this belt was kind of created for Mercedes Moné, but Mercedes was injured in that match and she called it on the fly. She went, hey, Willow, go over. Like,
great shout.
Good business, good professional. Willow took the belt. Her and Julia had a really fun match where Julia won the belt. So this is one of my favorite wrestlers. So I'll just talk about Julia for a little bit. She's flipping awesome.
Yeah, you're always singing her praises.
She's the best. She's one of the best like total package wrestlers in the world, I think. It's not just the in-ring ability, which is obviously very important, particularly in Stardom, where the in-ring quality is so high. But the intangibles, the charisma, the presence. She walks on the screen, and she's probably only about 5'6", but she feels about 20 feet tall. She's got that superstar, megastar, eyeball-popping charisma that cannot be taught in a lot of cases. And for that reason, I think she'll translate extremely well to American audiences. I think that the moment that she has a run with an American TV company, she can be the biggest thing in the world. She's awesome, and that's why I've put your new favorite wrestler in the title for this video. I think she'll do great wherever she goes, and looks like 2024 is going to be a big year for her, contract-wise.
Yeah, fair play. I mean, like you say, she seems a very big talent for WWE to be going after in terms of the women's division. Like I say, you were always talking very highly of her, and I think WWE have obviously got an incredibly talented women's division already, but her addition sounds like it would be just fantastic to be brought in. I understand, like you say, why Bushiroad or Stardom or whoever it is would be like, no, you can't have her for a few days to train in the Performance Center.
Wait.
Yeah. But yeah, by all accounts, this looks to be happening, and who knows, maybe it's post-WrestleMania? Would that work, dates-wise?
Yeah, I guess it probably would. For me, right, as a fan, I would rather like talents were spread out. So I'd rather she stayed in Stardom, like as a fan, because I want good wrestling to be all over the place, right? And when you take good wrestlers away from companies, you know, shrinks a little bit. But I think she will do great in American wrestling. I have all the faith in the world. I think that, you know, if you sat down, right, and you're like a Super Stardom fan, you could probably go, oh yeah, Tam Nakano and Mayu Otani have more 4.5-star matches or whatever. But as far as like a total package, if I'm building an American wrestling promotion around a star from the Joshi scene, Julia's the first one I'm going for. She's so good.
Sticking with Stardom, Megan Bayne.
Yes.
She's been working with
Megasus
them recently.
It's her nickname.
And there's sort of speculation on what's going on with her. And then Fightful Select have confirmed that AEW actually signed Megan Bayne to a contract several months ago, but she's still obviously currently touring with market-leading Joshi Group Stardom in Japan. They basically, AEW hadn't come up with any creative plans for her for the summer, so they said, go to Stardom, refine your work. That's what the quote that Fightful have come through here with here. Then, explain this bit, Andy. Stardom tweeted and then deleted a tweet that said, "No wrestler has ever been sent by AEW to come to Stardom. Not once. But she is in Stardom, and she is definitely signed to AEW, and she's been working for Stardom since July. No word how long she's going to stay with Stardom until she goes back to AEW, but she's with Stardom. She's also signed to AEW. Those things we definitely know."
Weird. So yeah, Stardom deny that she was sent there, but she is signed to AEW and she is in Stardom. I'm confused.
It seems relatively a simple case to crack.
But that seems like something that maybe people will split hairs over when they don't need to. Megan Bayne, you maybe don't know her. She's like not like a huge name, right? She's really young in her career. She's 25 years old. She's only a few years in. She's been working on the indies. She got some AEW Dark or Elevation spots in like 2022. She tore her ACL.
Oh yeah, I heard about this, yeah.
Total bummer. So she was out for 14 months, I think, in total. She returned to the ring in April this year with some indies. She did another AEW match, like an untelevised tag match. I think she teamed with Emi Sakura, actually, which makes sense because Emi's like an envoy for new wrestlers coming in and stuff, and she's awesome as well. And then she showed up in Stardom in July, and it was like, oh my god, Megan Bayne's here. And she like kicked Tam Nakano's ass, and they had the world title match.
Yes.
And all that stuff. And she's been there ever since. She's been in Japan. She's really good. She's really promising. I've not seen a massive amount of her. I've seen maybe 5 or 6 indie matches and some of the AEW stuff that made tape, the dark stuff. But like, if you watch her, she's got that kind of. I think she's like 5'11" or something, so she's tall, but like she feels like a giant in the ring. She's got that Rhea Ripley thing of just like commanding the entire thing.
Carries herself well.
Which again, like with Julia, is something you can't really teach, but it's like a different version of it. The thing that I'm most impressed with Megan Bayne when I watch her wrestle is how natural everything looks. Like how comfortable she looks. Poise, I think, is probably the best word for it. Like, she looks like she's been doing this for years, for decades. She looks right at home. She plays that kind of monstrous role really well. I think she's a damn prodigy. I think that also going to Japan for a tour, phenomenal idea. One of the great disappointments of AEW for me has been they haven't made most use of these relationships to send wrestlers away for a while and learn and pick up some new skills and broaden their horizons. Like, how great would like Top Flight be if they went to CMLL for a year and they just did Lucha Libre for a year?
God.
Like, it'd be incredible. Or if Wheeler Yuta went to Japan for 6 months and like really like tightened up the strikes and all of this stuff. I think it can do wrestlers the world of good. So whether or not Megan Bayne was sent there by AEW or not, I don't know what's going on with that, but it's good.
Yeah, I think that, I mean, the women's division's always looked strong in AEW.
Yeah, they book it like ass. Let's not.
I just hope that the catalyst of all these complaints that people are putting out there right now about AEW is that they do start booking it better, because in terms of, like I say, they always had the talent, but if you look into 2024 with people like, if you want to do, you know, newer people, you know, Megan Bayne, bring Athena across from ROH. She's doing amazing work. Hampla's always telling me about this. The development of people like Sky Blue. Willow Nightingale winning a world title, you know, not the New Japan Strong Women's World title. I mean, like, the AEW Women's title, for example, could be huge next year. Just, you know, book it well, Tony.
Yeah, he's not going to, because he doesn't care. But very talented people, and I'm looking forward to following Megan Bayne's career. I've been looking forward to following her career since the moment I first saw her. Good signing, really good.
I just really hope she doesn't become the bane of my existence.
Hey, there you go.
If she doesn't use that, she can have that.
There you are. Freed. Next story, the Japanese women's wrestling theme continues.
Yes.
Megan's over in Stardom. Obviously, Julia's been there. Saray. She was in WWE quite recently.
Yeah, she's coming back
to the United States with Sukeban. That's the American-based Joshi promotion that broadcasts on TikTok.
Is that a thing?
It's a thing. They had their first show a few weeks ago, and yeah, they've announced that Saraya signed a multi-year deal.
That's so cool. With
the company. So it was reported, I think last week, that Suri, as she's gone back to, since she has returned to Japan, I can't speak, she's signed there. It was reported last week that she was on the verge of signing with a US-based promotion that wasn't WWE.
Ooh.
So it was like very interesting. Could it be AEW? Could it be Impact? Could it be MLW? No, it's Sukaban. Nobody gave them a chance.
Yeah, no one.
But here she is. She's been announced for a couple of upcoming shows. She is joining the Cherry Bomb Girls group in Sukaban. The thing with this company is that it's got a lot of like established Joshi names in there, but they've changed the names and they've tailored it a little bit. So it's a really unique project that they're broadcasting on TikTok. Not for me, like I would rather just watch it on my computer or on my TV.
I'm intrigued. I want to check this out.
Yeah, for sure. So like the wrestling is obviously going to be good because the people are too good for it not to be.
Saray's fantastic.
Sitting there watching wrestling like this is a bit strange to me. That being said, good for her. She's extremely talented. She had a dog-awful WWE run.
Oh, yeah.
Wonderfully talented young prospect, transforming into a schoolgirl walking through mist. What the hell? Nonsense.
It was very NXT 2.0.
Yeah, it was garbage. I'm in opinions today, aren't I?
I like it.
Where's Ian opinions over here? So I hope her creative's better.
It is very funny that WWE were just like, coming to US promotion, are you? Cool. See you there. She's gone where?
Yeah.
we got all the money and with the hottest thing right now. And she's gone, no, I'm going to go to the TikTok.
She was probably like, well, I don't really want you to dress me up as a stereotype again.
Yeah, I mean, like you say, this isn't just like, do you want to go here or go here? Do you want to go here? Do you remember what they did with it last time?
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be. I don't think if she had gone there, it would have been the same. But I understand her thought process of like, nah, I'm gonna.
Yeah, I'll give that a miss.
No, because she was. If you missed this, she was a schoolgirl who, when she walked through the entranceway, I can't remember when she fought Tiffany Stratton. If she got kicked through it,
the fire alarm just going off.
She got kicked through it and transform, but she would transform as she walked through the entranceway. So. Yeah,
magic mist. They have a bad track record with Asian wrestlers.
What?
Remember Io Shirai and bloody Zoe going for sushi?
I don't want to talk about it.
Bad racism.
Yeah.
Never again.
Let's move over and talk about another Joshi star, Paul White. Paul White, he's having a return match, of course. Him, Ibushi, Omega, and Jericho.
The Stardust genius himself.
Taking on Don Callis'
That would
family.
be Tetsuya Naito.
Yes.
Oh, my. Magic Sugar Rabbits. Let's go.
But Vital Select reporting that this is going to be another one of those sponsored matches for AEW, following hot on the heels of the Fight for the Fallen Texas Chainsaw Massacre Jeff versus Jeff match, Hardy versus Jarrett. That was, well, it was a match. Yeah, it's going to be co-promoted with Sega. Set to take place on the Dynamite episode just before Full Gear, the 15th of November. Apparently AEW and Sega have already filmed content for the contest. Yes, I said that right.
Yeah.
So you're a Sega guy. What are they going to put in there?
Yeah, I prefer Sega to Nintendo. I know that'll probably get me killed from some people. Yeah, they're
Scott Telford's just in the office like that.
He is. I hope he cannot hear. I mean, look, obviously the Leatherface match sucked, but the other side of that conversation is that it raised $100,000 for the Maui food bank.
That was in the write-up of this, I did read that and I thought, 100 grand, that's a nice bit of extra cash for AEW. And then I was like, oh great, they gave it to a good cause as well, which is fantastic.
Yeah, so like the thing when you pick apart that match in particular, I think it's important to go, yes, it was bad viewing, but ultimately it served a really good purpose after a horrible tragedy that cost, I think the last time I checked, it was 99 lives and like $55 billion of damage, like horrific stuff. So no word on anything like that for the Sega match here. I hope they've got a guy in a Sonic the Hedgehog costume.
Yes.
I hope Paul White dresses up as Tails before resuming his role in Tokyo Joshi Pro, as we've just fantasy booked. But Joshi Paul White, my God.
I like a spot where like Omega goes to do the Terminator dive and his feet just aren't working. He tries it again, his feet just aren't working. So he has to take off one of his boots and go like you used to have to do on the Mega Drive.
I mean, he'd be up for that as well. He loves it.
Yeah.
Loves
bloody nerd. I'd kick his ass.
Oh, God.
I wouldn't. He would absolutely end me. Am I a nerd? No.
Maybe he dressed up as the Undertale guy.
There's a lot of stuff that they do in that promotion. I don't understand that because I'm not as much of a gamer.
I don't really relate to a lot of like that stuff. But it is pretty cool that they're able to like appeal to a section of the fan base that this in like. People will go, oh, Kenny plays Undertale like me. Sick. Like, I play Undertale. I like that game too. It's really sad, actually, Undertale. It's brutal.
Oh.
But... There you go.
What's the one I was thinking of when you said Undertale? Oddworld.
Oh, Abe's Odyssey.
Yeah.
He makes funny noises, him, doesn't he?
He farts.
He farts, yeah.
Great.
He farts.
Okay, guess which game I played growing up. Makes a lot of sense, doesn't it?
But
if you're a gaming kind of person, check out the WhatCulture gaming channel on YouTube. And if you're a wrestling kind of person, you know what they should do? Check out this video right here.
I got no muscle. Why am I doing this? It's also behind the video.
Bye.